Like my monitor is my TV, my nigga. Yeah.
Fuck.
So I guess I'm just taking Unk's spot
Lovely.
right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm out of the shower, putting on a
You got
shirt.
some big shoes to fill.
Welcome to episode blah 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 of the Loud or Wrong podcast. Whoop-de daisy. Yoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I didn't
This
tell
is
y'all we
fucking
were
messed
live,
up.
did I? Ha 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 ha.
I got the notification, pussy boy.
You gonna say,
dang.
nigga? I remember. Yeah, you an evil nigga trying not to warn you.
Yeah.
That shit came in full circle, bro.
I'm not Noti gang.
That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of Noti Gang, what's the first topic?
That's nasty. You ain't want to introduce each other.
This is crazy. But
Yo,
yeah.
Cardiac. Get the...
Oh wait. Okay. I was gonna share the changes, but nevertheless, as y'all see in the thumbnail and the title and the description, Stephen Curry is the top 10 greatest player of all time.
Boo.
That's for the TikTok. That's for the TikTok. That's the intro. Yeah. Type shit.
Yeah.
I'm scheduling.
Shit.
I mean, not
Oh,
scheduling.
yeah, we got TikTok.
We do have a TikTok. Let me put the. Well, technically we don't, but we have a sponsored TikTok. Shout out to Unk. He has taken the role as the podcast sponsor slash. I was gonna say liaison, but I don't quite know what that means. So
I'm about to say
It's a liaison is someone who's in contact between you and whichever party.
okay, so yeah, he is a liaison essentially, partially at the very least. But yeah, follow the TikTok. Follow us on Twitter. We're gonna start doing Twitter Spaces, and this was something that came up at some point in time. After making his 6th NBA Finals in 8 years, being the greatest shooter of all time, winning the first ever Western Conference Finals MVP trophy, Steph Curry is officially a top 10 greatest NBA player. Thoughts?
damn, Rez, go.
Thoughts? Daughters?
Well, I mean, that would be like correct if there weren't 10 players that were already better than him. Like, I mean, I guess the only argument I feel like he has argument with is Kobe for top 10 probably.
Really? Do you think he's
Because
great?
Kobe's in that 9 to 11th range for most people. I feel like.
I disagree. From my understanding, he's like from 7 to 3.
I don't.
I have Kobe.
Are we talking about specifically playmakers or just overall player?
Player.
We're talking about players all the time.
Who
Top
brought
10?
up playmaking?
I don't know. I heard you say playmaking. I don't know.
God,
But regardless, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at you for saying it. Personally, he's kind of there, but honestly, I can sleep on it and the answer will change, man.
You're right.
Who do y'all? If y'all had to guess, who is at like 9 or 10 for y'all?
Tim Duncan / Kobe.
Damn.
I wouldn't say
What?
/ Kobe, but I'd say
Tim Duncan, is that low for you?
Tim Duncan is that low?
Yep.
How?
guess.
Hold on. I fucked up because I put Duncan on my list twice. You know, I was drafting me. All right.
Granted, I understand I have Tim high at 3, but like, he's not.
3 is a
not-
bit
That
OD.
is high.
3 is a bit OD.
Good question. Shaq / Kobe at 9.
Okay, I respect that more because Shaq's career, when you take into account the competition that he played against, the era that he played in, when it comes to the sporadicness of how good teams were, aside from the Lakers and Spurs, of course, and then how short like his like peak was, not his prime, but his peak. It was definitely what's it called? A little bit overrated. Is that Playmaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Playmaker.
Yo, you look
That's Playmaker.
exactly like someone I went to middle school with.
Oh
You look like every black nigga that
Hey,
walked
you know what's crazy? Wait. Cardiac, before you move on. Hey, Playmaker, it's great to see you. If only I could see my other 2 hosts.
Fondren looks like a nigga from.
If only, man.
I mean, not
That's what I'm
Fondren.
saying, bro.
Playmaker looks like a nigga from Fondren, Ace.
That is true.
That is.
All right, let me put the durag.
Larry, you ain't on the main account?
This nigga stay brushing his hair. Goddamn.
And when did he start brushing his hair? That's my
He
question.
cut his hair low. He just started brushing
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
he doesn't have the
Hey,
headband on
Ace,
anymore.
you too. Ace, you too.
Are we gonna do intros?
I saw him putting a durag on, babes.
Oh,
Oh, hold on.
do you want to say what's up to the people?
All right. Who wants to go first?
Since it's their first time seeing your
Oh,
face.
I'll go. I'll go. What's up?
We've already gotten into our first topic, and now we're doing intros.
I
All
was
right.
gonna say, nigga.
So unorganized.
Now.
It ain't never too late to introduce yourself.
We'll go ahead and do
doing
it.
this nigga is putting a do-rag.
What's up,
Just
bro?
let him. Just
It's your favorite player.
Hey, do your thing, bro.
I got a quote of the day. I'm only happy when I'm hating, but I'm never hating when I'm happy. Write that down.
I'm not writing that down. I'm not
Sick as
writing
a
that down.
child.
I'm not either.
The fuck?
I'm not either.
No notes today. Let's go to Jay. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up, people? It's the one and only Jay in the building, you know what I'm saying? Back had to give another episode of Lot of Raw Podcast.
Why am I looking at your nose and your forehead at the same time? Nevertheless.
I don't know, bro. Kick your eyes somewhere else.
I'll definitely do it. On the
Hey, hold on,
playmaker.
wait.
Hey, it's Playmaker Central. You know what I'm saying? Popular NBA TikToker on the come up, aka TSO. Very slept on. Hey, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, or else you're a bitch. No cap.
Okay.
You said it, not me.
All right, I just want to get this joke out the way before everyone says it. Yes, Playmaker is an alternate universe version of me. I understand that. On to Rez.
I was getting more skinny vibes. That's true.
I'm cardiac. The
Low-key,
Aki way
me
is
too.
crazy.
The Aki way is nasty. Hey, it's me. I ain't been on here for a couple episodes, but hopefully I should be here a lot more often. We make TikToks and shit. Check out That's Damo. That type of shit. But yeah, we be making videos out here.
Okay, up and coming. I don't know if you want to call it interviewer or just YouTuber, but
Yeah, and eventually be on the lookout for Smoke Break. I don't know when I'm gonna get that going, but it'll be on Wednesdays.
for sure. Ace Atard.
What's poppin'? Gang violence.
We're in a beanie at the start of summer in Houston. Okay, nigga. All right.
With the
You
durag.
gotta be high
With
as
the
hell.
durag under it.
With
with
the
the
you're
do-rag,
nasty.
With the
You're
do-rag.
nasty.
No,
With the
no, you
do-rag
don't.
on.
No, you don't.
You're a
With the
nasty
do-rag
fellow.
on.
With the durag under it.
That
gotta be
is-
nasty as hell.
Look, hopefully you get waves.
Y'all
now.
are nasty. Flair got a do-rag and a headband. You got a do-rag and a beanie. What the fuck is this, bro?
This is
Niggas.
just
It's not
the
waves.
most disgusting thing ever.
I got French braids.
Oh, wow.
Why? Why do you have a do? You know what? Who cares?
So
I mean,
it's
he can wear do-rag. He can wear do-rag.
my edges could be laid, full boy.
Okay. Let's get back into that topic. Where do we have Curry right now? Where is he for everybody?
Honestly, I'll be so honest with you,
11.
bro. Curry ain't moved for me. I mean, honestly, Curry's just doing Curry things.
When does making the finals move you up a list? I don't.
Well,
Calm down. Calm down.
I see this. I see him making the finals as proof for a lot of people that number one, his prime is not over. Well, that as well. He didn't need KD, which is stupid
Narrative's
because he
going
never
crazy.
needed KD in the first place. But also, his prime is continuing. The dynasty is continuing, and as a result of that, his legacy is continuing. And because of that, you can assume comfortably that at least this playoff run is looking like it'll be a pretty good playoff run all in all. And if it leads to a championship, that's a +1. If it doesn't, it's still a plus. Because you're just continuing it, and you could probably project another 2 years of contending. And as a result of that, by the end of his career, he'll have more prime years than Larry Bird. He'll have just as many championships as LeBron James. He'll probably have a Finals MVP. So
I mean, if he gets this one, he would be at the exact same number.
He
Yes.
would be tied with LeBron, yeah.
Yep. So
And one more thing I want to point out: how many of those rings would be against LeBron as well?
3.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, he
All
did
three?
go through something with LeBron.
All
And
three?
granted, in 2 of those finals, LeBron had very subpar, if not just like the worst help in his career,
I
especially
was
in
gonna say, like,
2015.
Jordan Clarkson, Derrick Rose, Kevin Love was Kevin. I ain't gonna talk about Kevin Love, but I ain't even gonna talk about that nigga.
One of
But
them
yeah,
was
he had a piss poor team.
I mean,
Horrible.
sure he did, but you and I can recognize this. I'm trying to say it as an NBA casual who would look at it like, oh hey, they have the same amount of rings, and oh look at that, Curry won 3 of them against him. NBA Twitter and just the NBA casual. I don't even want to say casual because that's such a pretentious word, but the people, the people who just look at numbers and go X player's better, they would see that and just run with it.
True.
Especially with the run that the Warriors have had. I mean, they beat the overachieving Mavs. Who was the series before Mavs?
The
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. Granted, without Ja,
Oh, yeah,
and they
I
still
hate
went to
this shit.
6
He
and then
beat the
lost the
he,
game.
yeah,
But
weren't
he
going
beat the
finals
Grizz.
without
They
them,
beat
though.
the Grizzlies in 6. Although, if I remember correctly,
They
Steph
got-
was kind of Steph was underperforming that series, wasn't he?
he was underperforming. Ja was out, and they lost the game by 40.
Yeah. So
not the most impressive series by.
and then the
Warriors.
first round, shit, dude, who they even play
Jokic
first
by
round?
himself.
Jokic, yeah, Jokic by himself, and that was over in 6,
right?
That was over in 6.
Yeah, no, 5. I'm not saying it's
Yeah,
a
5, damn.
a super impressive playoff run. I'm saying for Steph's individual performance, he's played good in 2 of the 3 series so far, if not immaculate. And honestly, that Nugget series is kind of carried by the first 2 games if you look at it, but nevertheless, his overall averages are still cool. And that'll be another thing to tack onto his resume, and that means that over the past 9 years, that matches.
8 years. 8 years.
No, I'm talking about like since he's been a star / superstar.
Oh, okay.
Because even before they won a championship, he was still like an All NBA level player. 2013, 14.
What the dick doing?
But like considering that,
What the dick doing?
that basically matches Larry Bird's entire career. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you really look at Larry Bird's career, the thing that keeps him at like 9 or 10 for me is the fact that he is 9 career years, really. I mean, technically 13, but going into the 90s don't count. His back was done for, to be honest, and the Celtics weren't really doing shit. He has 9 career years. Steph will have 9 prime years. LeBron has 9 prime years. Kobe has 9 prime years. Tim has 9 All-NBA years.
Hold on. You ain't gonna go by that. LeBron has way more than 9.
Well, I'm saying at least 9.
Okay.
Like, I think the person that would be closest to Larry would be Magic. And even Magic is 10, if I'm not mistaken. He has 10 All-NBA selections. So
I couldn't tell you.
Real quick. Y'all think this year is a prime year of Stephen Curry?
No, not at all.
not prime, but like All-NBA levels still.
Yeah, he's still, dude. His prime was 2016, unanimous MVP.
Well, peak.
Come on.
That's
what I'm
it's
saying.
a prime
It was-
year, but it's
that
not
was
peak.
peak.
Year for, yeah. You have 3
Well,
year
when
peaks,
about-
but
I
you can
what about
have
I
last
say
year?
prime, when I say prime, I'm referring to someone's peak.
well,
Yeah, true.
I've been on NBA Twitter too much, so peak is a
What do
3. You have 3 year peaks. You can have a X amount of year
5-year peak.
prime, and then everything outside the prime doesn't really.
My
count.
apologies. Well, then his peak was 2016.
Well, then, what do y'all think about last year? Because he averaged more points than he did in 2016.
Oh, he was arguably better last year than 2016. Not because of the
This is
points.
true. This is true, but if I remember correctly, the competition that he had in 2016, while yeah, he may have scored more, but in relation, or not relation, but in comparison, it was more impressive what he did that year than what he did the year prior. I may be talking out of my ass, but I think that's how that math works.
Oh, yeah, and for last year, niggas want to like always say he's off ball, bro. He's not like Harden. Last year he had like a 35% usage rating. That's like current
Top 10 of all
regular
time.
season Luka. That
30.
is pretty
Wait,
high.
you said 35?
Well, I don't think it's that
like
high.
34.7 or something.
Okay,
Let me.
that's still high. That's still very high.
But to give it a reference, that's like current Luca this year was like a 36 for the regular season. But,
I'm looking for usage rate. Last year he had a 34.8 usage rate, and I'm trying to find the top usage ratings of all time. But
once again, maybe was he honest?
What do you mean?
Top usage rate.
I think it might have been. It might have been.
But
it's Jordan at 33.26.
Luca had a 37.3
career.
rate in the season.
Yeah, that's a career. We're talking about last year.
Single season. It is right outside the top 15. Well, not right outside. I lied. It's 37. It's 37.
Holy shit.
But here's the thing. You have Giannis from this year. You have actually I underestimated how many like older players would be on this list. I'm seeing Jerry Stackhouse on here from 01.
Oh,
he was just chucking.
Makes sense.
And then,
like
of course,
Michael Jordan.
The Jordan years, the Harden years, the Jermaine O'Neal 05 season, which we were talking about earlier today.
You were just talking about him, bro.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that a 20 what do we say, a 35% would be in the top 10 when I know that like Russ set the record for 42%, and then like
42. Okay, and real quick, just for my own clarification, when we're talking about percentage, is this when they're on the floor? That's when it's calculated, or this is all game?
I think it's how many plays or how many possessions include them in the play while they're in the game.
Okay, so when Russell Westbrook was in, like substituted in, playing minutes, 47% of the time or 42% of the time he had the ball. That's how that works?
Not he had the ball, but like he was involved with the play. I don't know how they determine what involvement in the play is, but it's not just like on ball, because that's
I could have sworn percentage usage rate is quite literally that. You're using them to initiate the play.
Let me make sure. NBA usage rate. Sorry to the chat if this is bogging down the floor.
This is a big side tangent.
You know what? My bad. You're right. I'm just trying to make sure I'm just loud, not wrong.
An estimate of the percentage of team plays used by a player when he was on the floor. So.
So the original. Okay, so then it would still be Russ, but even so, Steph Curry with a 34% usage rate this year or last year?
Last year.
That's what it's great.
Okay,
what was his? He had 31. He had 31 this year. It's 30.8, but
playmaker sideways, by the way.
Which that's still astronomically high, but for Curry standards, that's actually gone down, probably due to Jordan Poole and other playmakers in that team.
They're just healthier.
Let me look up Jordan Poole's usage rate this season.
They're healthier and they have a better team, of course, like Jordan Poole, of course. But
well, I mean, I think there's obviously more to it. But Jordan Poole is the ultimate catalyst for this.
Jordan Poole had a 26 percentage usage rate.
See what I mean? Like that's high for a bench player.
Yeah. 20
That's real high for a bench
player.
And then
with Draymond being healthy, well, actually no, he still went through a 2-month span where he wasn't on the court, so I guess.
But what were we talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. It was Steph Curry and how Jesus Christ, Flair.
Clay had damn near 30% this season too.
Flair got 30%. Flair got 30% more food.
If y'all have Steph like at 13 or 11, who do y'all like have like?
Above Steph?
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Gary Payton. Kobe.
What?
No.
He's trolling.
I'm gonna disagree with you there. I love Kobe with all my heart, but
Yo said he put in.
This is my top 10. This is my top 10. It's crazy.
That's really top 10.
He tried to sneak it in there. I got Kevin Garnett.
Bro, this
Kobe,
is why they
Gary
won't
Payton.
let us do another bracket.
Y'all want to
They-
hear my top 10? You want to hear
Exactly.
my top
Don't let
10?
it get to the
No,
rankings.
Exactly,
you
Ace.
don't. You don't. You don't. No.
Nah,
Oh,
but you said
yeah.
Will, Ace. You said Kobe.
Who the fuck said Wilt?
I forgot-
I'm sorry.
I forgot to
No,
put Will
no
on
one
my
said
top
Wilt,
10.
bro. No one said Wilt.
That's what I forgot.
He said
No one
Gary,
said Luka.
Gary Payton's crazy.
Gary Payton, hold on. Defensive
Gary
player of
Payton
the
is
year,
not better, bro.
Gary Payton's not top
Two-way
5 point
player.
guard of all time. What are you talking about?
I guess.
He's a top 5 defensive
guess.
point guard of all
I
time.
guess.
Oh
Easy.
no, if we're just talking about defensive point guards, no, you can't talk about
Well,
defensive point guards.
defensive,
mentioning
yeah,
Gary
he's
Payton.
arguably number one. I can't
That just
actually.
sounds
He's number
opinionated,
one.
in
I
my
can't think
opinion.
of another one that I would say.
Yo, Flair, do you want the fucking credit or not, bro?
What the dick doing?
Because I can go straight on my Omar tip and just say, yo, he wasn't even really defending for real. Like who were the guards in his league?
Jordan.
Okay,
Dumar.
Actually,
okay, and Jordan was a
actually,
bald.
let me not help him.
Jordan was a
Let me
bald
Mitch
menace.
Richmond. Tim
Mitch
Hardaway.
Richmond. Get this nigga off the pod.
Isaiah
He's
Thomas,
done
Joe
crazy
Already, bro.
Delmars, Joe Delmars.
Isaiah Thomas was 5'11". Stop it.
He's gonna start naming niggas from the 02 team.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned Penny, even though you're a Magic fan.
He's the only Magic fan I know.
He couldn't
'Cause, you
guard
know-
Penny. He couldn't guard.
You know
Penny.
why? Because he knew Penny wasn't like that.
He wasn't even guarding Penny by that time. Wasn't Deadlift Shrimp guarding Penny?
turnaround.
Wait, am I wrong? Wasn't Deadlift Shrimp the main defender on him in '96?
I ain't talking about that.
96?
Did you
I
say
think-
Penny wasn't like that?
Wait,
I
wait,
did.
Like that, bro.
He wasn't like that.
wait. Cardiac. Who are you talking about? Deadlift Shrimp guarding who?
Penny
There you go, Flair.
in the '96 series between the Sonics.
You forgot
I
your
believe
food,
the Sonics and No, I'm thinking of the wrong year.
That was the Bulls. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
Bulls.
I'm thinking of wrong year.
The Sonics made it to the finals in '96, and they only made it then. I think after that they didn't make it back.
Yeah, true.
You didn't make it back after that.
Who was Gary Payton guarding for?
But that's a great.
But one
I have
thing
no
is,
fucking-
But
in that
that-
'96 series,
But that's off topic. This is off topic though.
This is
Yeah.
tangents like crazy already. How long are we into this? We've just been talking for 20 minutes. This is insane.
20 minutes.
I know what to tell you, man.
Uh,
Hey,
This
if we're
is
talking,
crazy.
you know what?
Bro,
Since
I
hey, wait.
swear
Since our conversations have been all about the NBA, let's transition to at least something that we could talk about. These all NBA teams.
true. They did get announced since
Yeah,
the
they got
last
announced.
podcast. First team is as expected. I really don't know why people are mad about these teams, but first team is Luka
I'm waiting for
Doncic,
the name.
Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo with his 4th straight unanimous selection.
And
his name-
Jason Tatum.
Save it for
Devin
last.
Booker and Jason Tatum.
Damon. Devin Booker is the one fight.
He
Why?
shouldn't be there. Curry
Get
outplayed
Devin
him this
Booker off of
season.
there.
Okay,
bro.
Why-
wait. You
why
want to know
shouldn't he
what?
be
Hold
there?
on. Cardiac, read the second NBA list, and you'll see why.
Steph Curry, Ja Morant, DeMar DeRozan, Embiid, and Durant.
You mean to tell
Yeah,
me
no
Ja
problem.
wasn't doing better than Devin this season?
You mean
Uh,
Tony Curry wasn't? No, I think
considering-
Curry was.
How many games did Devin miss compared to? Because I know Ja missed like 22.
Okay, I'll look it up.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now.
Because that's
Nigga,
my thing
goddamn,
for
get to a
Ja.
place.
If
These
that's not the
folks played
case for
68 games this season. Played 68 games this season.
Ja, played like less than 60 if I'm not mistaken.
He played 57.
Yeah, that's no. That's not enough.
If you
Those
make the
those 10 games make
All-NBA
a difference. Yes, those 11 games make a difference.
Though, yeah, actually,
If you were
11,
to make the
11
All-NBA
games is the
teams positionless, Devin Booker's not making it.
And
there, bro.
defense also makes a difference because Ja this season, if you look at it, granted he's a not undersized, but he's a skinny point guard in a league where point guards are getting bulkier, bigger, and taller. But like he was like an average defender compared to D-Book, who kind of took a step up defensively and was above average at the very least.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with you, Cardiac. That shit sound nice. This was a narrative-based award right here. They
No, it's
gave
not.
it to Devin Booker.
Very much
They
was.
gave it to Devin Booker.
What? No. No.
Okay. Once again, you know what's crazy? Read the third list, and we'll talk about them too, because there's another guard on that list that could have made it as well.
Trey Young nor Chris Paul were making it onto first team on NBA
I mean,
this season.
above Devin Booker, maybe. Trey Young was doing
No.
work.
What y'all are okay? Trey Young, I mean Devin Booker was the most consistent player on the best team in the league this season.
I'm gonna disagree with you there.
You can't disagree. Chris
Cardiac.
Paul
Hold on,
missed
cardiac,
more
cardiac,
games.
Cardiac. This is where I'll come at you with something. Donovan Mitchell made the first seed last year, being the most consistent and best player on his team last year, and didn't make a single All NBA team. This is a narrative-based award.
Donovan Mitchell doesn't play defense. Donovan Mitchell doesn't play defense.
That's a lot. All right, bro.
I don't think it's defense. I just think that the All NBA teams are flawed.
I mean, in essence, they would.
It should be.
I mean, there's
It
no way to
should
make
be.
it. There's no way to make an NBA team without snubbing someone anyway.
I'm not saying that you have. I'm not saying you can't snub, but I'm saying like when you're talking about All NBA, it should just be the 5 best players on that list, and then the second team is like 6 through 10 type shit.
NBA historians will argue that 75 years into the NBA, it's too late to change it that drastically, because what they were saying this year was, okay, if Embiid and Jokic make it, that invalidates this, because like for years, voters had to decide whether it was Bill Russell or Wilt that was going to be first team. They had to decide whether it was going to be David Robinson or Shaq. They had to decide whether it was going to be Hakeem or Patrick Ewing. I think I mixed those two up, but y'all get it. So to change it 75 years in, that adds a whole different layer. Which, granted, we'll add that context. So
Even then, we don't really. I don't think people value All NBA teams. Like when people talk about All NBA teams, they're just like, "Yo, Ace, why you get your hand raised, bro? That's nasty."
You don't want to interrupt.
You got something to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna just finish this point and then it'll go.
Yeah, I was about to say you just went right by that.
When people talk about All NBA, bro, like the thing is, we only say All NBA when we're talking about a player's accolades. Like, oh, they were a 10-time first team All NBA. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, when we're talking about that, we're not gonna be like, oh, this player only has 4 All NBA teams. He's fucking trash. Like, no, bro.
You're next.
We're not gonna do that. But I think they should make it positionless, because then that way they get the right players on there. You know what I mean?
type shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can see. Hold on. You know what? Before I go into it, Ace, go ahead.
Yeah, Ace, go.
I'll have a real quick question. Did any of our when we did the pod to predict the All NBA shit, did any of us get it correct?
I don't remember my. Oh, I had the same picks as what analyst was it? I forgot. Was it Nick Wright? I think it was Nick Wright.
Ew.
Because Nick Wright is nasty.
That's
my
so
nigga.
cute.
How can he?
No cap. Nick Wright, because over the past month, I've been watching ESPN, First Things First, and whatever Skip and Shannon show
He's a good analyst.
I thought you was gonna say First Take.
Not every morning.
I mean,
I've been
technically.
watching First Take because of JJ Redick and Patrick Beverly. Not every day, of course. I just can't do it. But just to see what the narratives are, and most days they're not tripping, except for Stephen A. Because I just genuinely don't think
That's
that's
Stephen A.
He doesn't have enough
Yeah,
time to
that's
watch
scary.
basketball. I don't even blame him. But
Honestly, I
do y'all
think.
remember?
No, I don't remember.
Nah,
I was gonna say. I
Miles
think
definitely didn't make
It
it.
wasn't fair.
I had Steph above.
I wasn't there
D-Book
either.
on first team. I had D-Book on the second team with Ja. So I think the only thing that fucked up my list.
Oh no, I lied. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't Nick Wright. It was Chris Bouchard, and I did get it exactly. Except, I had both Embiid and Jokic on first team instead of Tatum. So
Also, if you're on a phone, real quick, can you rotate it so it's not a vertical?
true beans.
Yeah, like Jay.
No.
All right, fuck you then.
We get to see Ace's cheekbones in 4K. Let's go. But
You want to be the
Ace
only
has
one not filling out.
Ace has a face.
this nigga. That's Trey's
Got it.
profile picture. What Ace is doing right now. Anywho. But yeah. I get what y'all are saying about Ja. He missed 11 more games, and he plays worse defense.
What about Curry?
Nah.
Curry went through
Curry-
a
Curry-
historic shooting
Curry-
slump for Steph. For
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
honestly,
Curry-
I do like Curry.
Honestly, Cardiac,
He was still
Cardiac.
elite. He was still
For that
in
slump,
the
He was
top 1%
not.
He still had a
of
higher
shooters.
win. He had a higher win
Yes, he
share
was,
defensively and offensively than Devin Booker, even with the slump.
Who cares about win shares? No one cares about win shares.
You were just talking about consistency. His team's more consistent with him.
But is that what win shares means?
Yes, like that. Win shares mean if please correct me if I'm wrong. Win shares means like the amount of wins that your team gets, you share the most amount with them. Like I think that means like they won the most with you, if that makes sense. Please confirm.
Yes.
I don't.
It divvies up team success to individual players.
And also, Stephen Curry's 3-point percentage drop was like 43 to 38, and 38's still a lead for
Yeah, I
like
know.
12 attempts.
Like we're talking like I said, we're talking about this as if, you know, he became a shitter. Like, dude, no, he just dropped down a couple percentages.
I'm not talking
I mean,
about for the whole season. I'm talking about for like a 30-game stretch.
whenever he was trying to beat his record.
No, after from December, which was the first game after because he broke the record against the Knicks or Portland.
Yeah.
Oh, and
The Knicks
even
was-
and
was
even
next.
and even 38%, he was still shooting more than league average.
From December to the end of February, he was averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 3 turnovers. So that's barely a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. 41% from the field and 35% from 3. Not a single player on this entire All NBA spread was this bad efficiently. Had this bad of efficiency for any part of the season. Except
he should
I
probably
think DeMar DeRozan.
Like, you know what's crazy? He just described like the picture perfect role player, and was like, no one's been this bad
On
Like-
the NBA team, on the All NBA teams.
Like,
None of the other
but
All
still,
NBA
like,
players
these
had
are-
that bad of a stretch.
Like these are the most like
DeMar
not
DeRozan.
average, but these are the most like above, like, how do I put it? Like, if you're looking at a player that's mid and you're just like, I want them to be just a little better, those are the stats that I imagine.
41 and
35%
35?
Wait, question. 35% on how many attempts? 12 attempts?
12, yeah, 11 and a half. He's making 4.
That
Look,
doesn't.
I'm not.
Yeah, that'd be about 4, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking. It's 4. He's making 4.1 out of 11. How much better his team was than the Warriors. It makes sense for him to get a first team compared to
his
Steph
team's
getting a
better?
second team.
His team's better.
In the regular season, his team won 60 games. The Warriors won what, 54?
Hey, but I'll tell you what, the Warriors won 12 games that matter.
But even then, he didn't have the same. He didn't have a Luka type season. He didn't have a Giannis or Embiid type season.
Nobody else did aside from those players.
That's true.
And plus, who the fuck is
Embiid-
gonna have any?
Embiid is on the second team. He had a similar season to
Giannis
let you
make
know
first.
why.
Did Giannis make first?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made first.
He made
Okay,
first.
I was about to
Hey,
say,
he-
like, if Giannis didn't make first, then we really have to talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
No, he was unanimous.
Yeah, 4th straight unanimous. That's crazy, man. No one can deny
The
he's the
first
best
ever
player in the
do
league.
it.
Bro, it's him. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
No signs of slowing down either. He's 27.
Like, even though he got eliminated from the playoffs, like, dude, Giannis things. He just couldn't do it alone this year.
Giannis averaged 40. I think he had like 40 points in that Boston series.
No.
He averaged like
no,
a good
no.
30.
That cannot be true. That cannot be true.
Well, confirm it.
Okay.
a good
No,
35.
there's no way.
bro.
I refuse to believe that.
And I think it was on like 57% true shooting or something. 56.
I'm gonna pull it.
Like this is 36. This is over half of Steph's season where he is just playing like really below his standards.
Yo, am I fucking deaf? When did we
Below
go back to Steph?
below superstar standards.
Giannis averaged 33.9, 34 points and 15 rebounds and 7 assists in that Boston series.
Oh damn.
That's
Efficiency.
On 46% from the field.
True
that's a
shooting, true
first.
shooting.
That's a first team. Steph maybe second team. Karnak, you may be right.
How do you get true shooting on this bitch?
But Rez, this is the thing. He's not a guard. He's a forward. So his play, his season won't affect Steph's ranking. Or not ranking, but his ability to make that first.
No. I know. I'm just like, that's the tier that it is. Even if it's a different position, that's still the tier I gotta compare him to. If that's a first team,
And Devin Booker came closer to that this season.
I
like
guess.
to say Devin Booker's on a tier of Giannis is insulting, but sure.
I'm not saying he is. I'm saying he came closer than Steph did because like this is. Y'all just heard what I read. That is for Steph. That
During
is
the regular
horrible.
season, you know what? You're right. That is the caveat during the regular season.
That's
Question.
36 games
Question.
of doing that.
Yo, Ace,
36 games. How many games he played this? Is that my thing?
He played 64.
all the
That's
people.
over half of his games
64.
playing like that.
So half of his games, and what was the other half? Was the other half? Because I remember he had like fucking elite Steph here for too much or stretch.
Well, let me look at the first, and that's another thing. That's
Like
the
niggas were saying he was playing better than he played last year.
So in the first 20 games of the season, he was averaging 28, 7 assists, still 3 turnovers. But no, I won't worry about the turnovers. We know the Warriors system. 6 rebounds, 94% from the free throw line, 41% from 3 on over 13 attempts, 45% from the field.
Giannis
like
like
that.
55.
So he
like
dropped
that.
from
shooting
that.
percentage.
He dropped from that to the other stats I was telling y'all for
This is
essentially
fair,
the
then.
rest of his season.
This is fair. Yeah, because I was gonna say those are some sexy ass stats. I like that.
Yeah, and that was MVP. That was clear cut MVP for the first 2 months of the season.
Fair enough.
So,
I guess this is the next topic.
but even though y'all might be mad that D Book
This is
made
a
it
weird
over
transition.
Steph, this is not. Someone who really fucked up the voting was definitely Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins, Jalen Rose, and I forgot the other person that was just horrible when it came to voting. Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose was the nigga who was like, I voted Kyrie because he just.
Is there any way you
nice.
can put it up on screen?
He voted Kyrie.
Let's see.
Yeah, he put Kyrie
I
on
think
his
I might
All
be able
NBA. It was like Kyrie and Desmond Bain got a vote or something. It was like
He's
weird.
an
I
example.
was gonna say that would be, or would
Desmond
we get
Bain-
gulagged for that?
Desmond Bain got an all-team vote. Is crazy.
Cardiac.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Would we get gulagged for that?
What do you mean?
If
The
we showed
clip?
that clip. Yeah.
Potentially.
If it's ESPN or any of them, they're gonna.
Yeah, it is ESPN. But Jalen Rose voted Kyrie Irving for third team despite playing 24 games?
That's crazy.
Including playoffs. 28.
29 games, excuse me. And, if we look at Kyrie's numbers, 27, 6 and 4, 47, 42, 92. Pretty solid numbers. He played 29 games. Like by the time they were voting, I think they vote after the regular season is completely done.
Yeah,
But
they vote after.
he just didn't play like good minutes. I mean a good sample size at all. And like that just brings up the question of like who should be voting? Do we go back to pre-1979 and have the players vote? Do we have the coaches vote? Do we have do they just get more selective with the media? Like I know people over the years have gotten mad at like the Oscars or stuff for the way that they vote, and they're like, you know what? To vote for this, they should make like the voters should have to like log their minutes of like how many movies they've watched, or how many shows they watched, or how many reviews they've written or whatever. For the NBA, that would be how many games you watched, how much like you have to prove your film time. So how do we like fix this voting system?
I mean, there's that, but the thing is, even if you have people meet all these qualifications, it's there's no way to prevent bias. Even if a person tries to stay as objective as they can, there's always going to be a bit of bias.
Yeah,
So,
people are just biased in general.
so narratives will always be you know given, and since money is the bottom line anyway, they're going to go with the narrative that makes them the most money and that makes the most sense that they can get away with, if that makes sense. That's also why Devin Booker was first team over someone like John Morant, even though we've all discussed that, you can really swap the two, but Devin Booker makes more sense because of his narrative being with the Suns and the fact that they just went to the finals and it looks like they were about to again.
I think the NBA should do like they should just scrap like the whole media concept. I think the media shouldn't be voting on MVP. They've proven proven time and time again, bro. Like they really don't know what they're voting for. Like they constantly switch up the criteria every year, and like it's nothing really consistent. So I think the NBA should hire like a bunch of like representatives for like different teams, or like every single team or something, and like all 30 of those people vote for MVP.
One, I would say that's probably like a small sample size, and two, wouldn't you just have the same problem like they have with the players? Like they'll just vote one of their guys, like
They would, like I
okay,
said, they would just vote. They would just vote someone that they kind of
their
agree with.
team.
Or a better
Not even
idea,
their team, their friend.
just hire like a bunch of like hire independent representatives that don't have affiliations to any teams. How about that?
Like media.
So king of the fourth
Not
quarter.
media. No. Like
Player.
Rusty
just like
Bucket.
hire a bunch of like independent representatives in like you know how they have like spokespeople, right?
Like soccer.
Kind of like that. Like I don't want to just say hire some rando off the street or some shit, but like hire somebody who knows basketball that also watches consistently or something
But
like
see,
that.
here's the
How
thing.
do you
though.
find that if they're
I
not?
put that.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
wait. Let Flair go, please.
Yeah, Dick
What
Flair,
big door?
First, I think they need to add certain qualifications to even be able to be voted on for an MVP. If you don't meet certain benchmarks, you shouldn't be
We're
in a
talking about all
conversation.
NBA.
What are we talking about MVPs?
I mean,
Both,
regardless,
both.
I mean,
Both.
just
At that
just
point,
vote.
both really. You need it for both. You also need people who do go through thorough tests. In my opinion, you go through tests and actually differentiate and get rid of your biases. Because I know people are gonna have biases regardless, but you have to make shit so can't even articulate it. You have to make it so unable to be biased that people just don't fuck up votes. We don't get Jalen Rose doing shit he does because certain ex NBA players just hate current NBA players. I'm saying it. They just hate current NBA players. They don't like them. Most current NBA players don't like the media. And this is why we get this bias, because you don't like these players, and these players don't like you, so you're not going to vote for them. You're going to do everything in your power, not in your power, but everything you're feasible to hamper and hurt their careers. That's why you get people. That's why you get people like Shaq. When Shaq was doing all this shit to JaVale, fucking up JaVale, fucking with his money. It wasn't hate. It wasn't hate to say, but it was still a bias, and it was making fun of his man and fucking with his money. Dwight, same thing with Dwight. He hated Dwight for using a super name moniker. He hated that shit. That shit fucked with Dwight's career. You can't just let. Also, get rid of the
He needed
media.
his
Not get rid of the media, but get rid of the media voting wise. Make it assistant coaches. Make it regular coaches. Make it not training staff. Make it front office guys. Make it guys who even if there are bias, it's reasonable. It's a reasonable
What?
bias at a certain point.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
it's a
No.
reasonable bias to a
I'm
certain
not gonna lie to you.
That's even,
Of
nah.
like,
I don't even know.
Jalen Brown gets like an MVP vote just because his trainer sees him working in the gym every fucking day. I am not.
Not
That's
trainers,
not-
front office guys. Trainers be dick
I
eating.
feel like
That's
the
even
same
more
problem.
biased because like they have more incentive because
to vote for
contracts
their
are
own
dependent.
players because then they'll
But you also
get.
gotta remember this.
No, they have
Y'all,
No, like
listen.
Blair,
they have
they
incentive
deadass
to vote
get
for
first
other
Blair,
people.
they get bonuses for this shit,
you're
dude.
forgetting-
Of course they're gonna vote for their own
Rez,
people.
You're forgetting the first part. He has to meet the criteria to even be votable. If he doesn't meet the criteria to be votable, the bias is automatically
Jalen Brown
eliminated.
doesn't fit that narrative. Be votable.
But here's the
Okay,
thing.
let me-
Then
all right.
I understand like the bare minimum of like a games played. Maybe like everyone's throwing out the 75% mark. That's cool. But you can't put a points per game thing because we have an MVP like Steve Nash, who at least one of his years is clearly deserving. He led the best offense in the league without his second best player. Cool. So you can't have a points like guideline. You can have a games played. You can't really have a minutes played because 2016 Curry played 31 minutes a game. What is the most consistent thing throughout MVPs in NBA history?
Usage rating.
I didn't know. I don't know anything
Is that
about
true?
that.
Is that
I
true?
would say.
Is that
I would say they're the.
yes.
Oh, I didn't know it was usage rating. I was gonna say they were the person that was
If
used
you-
most. On
If
the
you
team.
made a
Well,
certain
actually, yeah,
usage rating,
it would be usage rating. No shit.
if you made a certain usage rating criteria, it would just make sense that you are the most valuable player because you're the most valuable player on your team. You're getting used the most. It's just simple. It's one plus one. Now, guys like Cole Anthony and Shea Gill who get used a lot, but are on shitty teams that really don't even have a chance to make it to playoffs.
He
They would get excluded.
He indirectly called the Magic shitty.
I did.
Hey,
I did.
hey,
No,
watch
it
your
was on
fucking tone,
purpose. It was on
nigga.
purpose. It was on purpose.
It's crazy how Jay
Guys-
comes back as soon as you mention Shea.
Guys who are on shitty teams will automatically just be excluded because you're valuable to your team, but you're not valuable to winning with your team. You're just there to really hoop. You're hooping, and you're hooping the best on your team, which is cool. But you're not hooping to lead to success. You're just hooping. Your team won't help. Most valuable player isn't just an individual thing; it's a team award. Your team also has to be helpful for you to even be in the criteria to even have a chance to be a most valuable player.
Okay, because I was gonna say in that situation, you might have a situation where you have Russell Westbrooks, who may be the highest usage rate on a higher seed, but they are definitely not the MVP.
Yeah, because Russell Westbrook was the high usage rate with guys like Hamidou Diallo, Nick Collison, Terrence Ferguson, guys who are they're NBA level players, maybe they're NBA level players, but they're not super effective level players. They're not going to crazily help your team to get past the first round because we seen he couldn't get past the first round with them.
Definitely couldn't.
Do y'all think? Because I think that all NBA teams should be voted on before MVP is voted on and all that. I don't know how that's gonna fit in with the I think well now we have the play-in week. So in the play-in week you can get all the voting out the way. So in that week everyone votes for all NBA teams on Sunday. They get released back to the press by the Wednesday, and then on the Friday you vote for MVP. And my thing is, the only people that are available for MVP voting are all NBA first team members. Because like in a situation like this year, granted,
Be wouldn't get any votes.
Well, real quick,
he
Cartier.
wouldn't get any votes, but you know that's
Real quick, let me ask you a question. Can you confirm? Has that been one and the same for any other past year? Because I'm thinking about it. This year, Nikola Jokic, what team did he get?
first year.
First.
First team.
Okay, Who won it? And he won it MVP last year. Did he get first team that year too?
There's only been one time in NBA history when the MVP wasn't on first team, and I think that was like Wes Unseld.
Okay. So
NBA
I was
trivia.
just about to say, I think you're you're not necessarily wrong, but
They're
that's
just one and the same.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just
I think it's kind of one of those unspoken things.
in a situation like this year where the two top guys were centers. That sucks, but that's why we also have to just remove. Like, I don't know why All NBA isn't just guards and forwards.
Yo, Rez, hold on, Cardiac.
Guards
Jokic
and
on the
forwards.
first team. Jokic on the first team last season. It was Giannis, Curry, Doncic, and Kawhi Leonard.
Okay. Yeah, no. Cardiac said that pretty much every year they've been on first
Okay.
team.
So you think Kawhi should have got some MVP votes for last year? I wouldn't say that.
I don't think. Well, I'm saying that should be the pool. And granted, this is a situation in which All NBA is guards and forwards. So I mean, it's backcourt and front court. Let me say that. Like the All-Star voting. So it would be a pool of Doncic, Booker, Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid, which were the top 5 MVP voters. Vote getters. And I'm sure if you look in most seasons, there aren't
Not
two
Embiid,
centers.
not Embiid. It's Tatum instead of Embiid.
No, I'm saying if it were backcourt and front court.
Oh, I'm tweaking.
Yeah.
Why would it be Tatum though?
Tatum wouldn't make it over Embiid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Tatum, I don't think Tatum would make it over Embiid.
Are we saying
You wouldn't.
you meant like in this hypothetical front court, back court, but like
front court, back court.
in reality, Tatum was first team this year.
I mean, real quick, I'm gonna make my point on like voting and stuff. I think that voting should be like, if we're not gonna go with like independent representatives in the NBA, because that might be too hard to like manage. Why not go off of fan vote then?
All right.
You wanted
Eli has a vote.
You wanted Jeff T.
That's literally the
You want
heaviest
A
bias.
Wiggles?
That's literally the
Do you want me to
heaviest
stand
bias.
over Peyton votes?
No. I'm saying
Zaza Pachulia. I'm sorry.
I'm saying if
Alex
you're
Caruso
talking
was
about
voted into the All-Star game. I do
No.
not trust.
I'm
Then I'm
saying
getting, I'm getting Josh Giddey in there.
Exactly,
Fuck it.
bro.
yo. Hear me out.
I'll get Gorgie Dang to be a fucking starting all-star.
Hear me out, cause y'all not getting me.
Well, let him
All
spit.
right.
Oh, we not getting you?
Let him cook.
Okay, go ahead.
Cook.
Okay, so my thing is, all right. So, if you're voting for MVP, then
Turn that
why?
fucking camera back on.
If you're voting for MVP, why not just make the fans pick between a certain pool of players? Like this year, it was Giannis. Pick between the 3 finalists. Like it was Giannis, Embiid, and Jokic. Why not pick between all 3 of them?
Because you would. There's a chance that someone clearly undeserving would probably get it.
Yeah.
There's a very big chance.
Well,
Because
in that case,
And on top of that, it's a very easy thing to rig.
Yeah, you could just have someone bought the shit.
that's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
NBA doesn't have the infrastructure for
Or
that.
a Korean star would just say vote Embiid, and everyone just vote Embiid.
You know, I'm like
Dead ass though. Some random guy in fucking North Korea is gonna be like, "Hey, go to this website, vote Embiid."
Well, they don't have
NBA
internet
Twitter
there.
would go
They're not
fucking-
even.
Yeah,
They're not even gonna know what
They
they're
don't have
talking
it.
about. They're just like,
Bro.
"Okay, sure."
They don't
Bro,
have it.
They don't have
NBA
internet in
Twitter,
North Korea.
NBA Twitter would go fucking wild. I'm telling you right now.
I pray every day for the residents of North Korea, but that's a different subject for a different day.
It's just like my thing on like fan voting is just like you can optimize it to where, it's not like it's not like a fucking Teen Choice Awards, bro.
I'm not gonna
Like-
lie. Since they
There's,
rigged
there's no way to optimize fan
Nah.
voting.
No.
Like, there's
they rigged the
Haven't-
They correct this shit.
Have it
I'm not gonna.
be
Yo,
percentage based.
Like,
Like,
I'll be so
only a
fucking
certain
on. I'll
percent of
be
that
so
shit
honest with
actually
you,
matters.
bro. Wait, playmaker. I'll be so honest with you, bro. We're trying to get rid of bias, not
I
reinforce
about to say,
it.
you're reinforcing the bias, motherfucker. Like,
I mean, you can't really. At the end of the day, no matter whatever avenue you want to go, you can't really get rid of bias.
yeah,
You
we
can
know
try.
that. We know you.
And
You
I'd
can
rather
get
be
rid of
media
bias,
biased.
but
Hey,
that's
hey,
just that. But
playmaker.
that's just
Hold on.
adding more bias.
Hey, real quick,
The sky is
playmaker.
blue.
Hold on. Playmaker, did you
No,
disconnect
it's
for
not.
like
It's
5
green, nigga.
minutes or something?
I don't know. It like something's up with the camera and stuff. It's probably on my end. Yeah.
Okay, because I was about to say we're just going in circles now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah, let's
Ah,
in 30 minutes, well actually in 2 minutes, game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Miami Heat and the racist Celtics will commence. Who will win? The Heat
Well,
or racism?
Stephen A just picked the Celtics to win.
Racism. I got racism winning.
Wait,
Like
Steve,
I
Stephen A.
always
with the
do.
Celtics.
Racism
I
winning.
got racism
Stephen
winning.
A picked the
I
Celtics.
I hate the Celtics with all my heart. I am going with Heat and 7. Dream Bug's gonna lock in. Hopefully.
I'll be so
That's
honest with you,
also
bro.
my finals prediction, so I can't pick them.
I want the Celtics because because the Heat are nice. I don't know what they're doing with the Warriors though.
Yeah.
The Celtics are the only ones I see like putting up a real good fight for the Warriors.
They'll have 4 days of rest, so hopefully some of those
Understandable.
injuries can
Is that
get
enough, though?
sorted out.
Is that
Oh,
enough?
dude,
It's
4
not.
days without basketball. Fuck.
I'm not gonna lie.
Ah,
I picked the Black Panther Party in 7. It's just that I just want the Celtics to low key win because it'll be a better, more entertaining series. Who just left, bro?
Hey.
I don't know why.
Anyway,
No.
But I agree.
Yeah.
The Celtics' firepower if can match the Warriors on some nights. Granted, the Warriors still are the most dangerous offensive team in the league, probably.
And I'm thinking of defense right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
nigga Ace, bro.
They're still.
Where did he
So-
go?
They're still
The
top five
Celtics defense is the only one I really see just giving the Warriors a hard time.
The best perimeter offense versus the best perimeter defense, arguably within the past 10 years, is these two teams. And also seeing Jimmy Butler play this lead his team against this team that is like pure talent with the exception of Draymond Green. It would be interesting, but we've already seen Jimmy try to outmuscle talent.
It don't work.
It don't
What
work.
you said
then again-
except Draymond Green.
Well, hold on. Let's not just breeze over this like it's any talent. It was fucking LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Well, yeah,
This
that's what I'm
team
saying.
is just as
They
talented.
can try.
This Warriors team is like just as, if not.
I
More?
mean, granted, yes, but the thing is, their better players are at the very least smaller. You know, they're gonna hang out on the perimeter more often, which they will, stay around.
I don't know.
Mm.
Not against the Heat. No, with the way that Bam's been playing, even on defense, he's still good, but he's not. He's not even playing like he was in 2020 against the Celtics team.
This is true.
Defending the
This is
rim.
true. He's been downgraded version, right?
Yeah, especially on offense, but even on defense, like his rim protection is not what it was against this team. And I'm assuming it's just he's tired. This entire Heat team is worn out. And I don't want to see Kyle Lowry line up against Stephen Curry because that's a distasteful.
Kyle Lowry
He's
too
gonna
old.
get.
Curry
He is
too old.
going to get cooked.
I got
That is-
Curry.
that is
I got
It's
Curry
not-
giving
it's-
out two
yeah, it's Curry in
30-point
5.
games in the final.
I'd rather see Marcus Smart guard
Nah,
Steph
bro.
Curry anyway.
The other night, Kyle
Between
Lowry
hit him
like
in
in
the
the third quarter had 0 points in like 21 minutes and 3 fouls. He's
Granted,
Man,
this
there's
past
cardio
game,
out there.
Game 6, he played great. he started hitting those deep
Garden Al
threes. That
Horford from the bench.
Can we also talk about how like Bam Adebayo's lack of like aggressiveness? Because that's one thing I've definitely noticed.
I don't think that's what it is. I think he's been getting the seal. I don't think. I don't think they feed him enough. That's what I feel.
You don't think they feed him enough?
No,
I mean,
he's not looking at the basket. He is not.
He's especially the last game. I'll speak for the last game. He was definitely getting the seal on his defender and wasn't getting the ball. Just like wasn't getting fed in the post. And I feel like I was like he is looking to score right here in this possession, but
I'm not giving Bam Adebayo the ball in the post on Al Horford or Robert Williams. I'm not doing that. I'm also, even if they're not guarding him, I'm not giving them the ball in that situation.
Even in Game 3, he was like Game 3 is a game that I noticed like a lot of what he was doing. It's just like he was getting to the basket whenever he wanted to. The Celtics really couldn't stop him, and I'm just thinking like if they could get more of that from him, then they could win this series and they could be competitive against the Warriors.
Well, one thing I don't think Rob Williams or Al Horford or one of them weren't there that game, so that was also a big reason why he just kept getting to the basket so easily. But two, I mean Cardiac, I don't. There's nothing to get a switch. I don't know what to tell you. He's setting this. He's their main screener almost every play. I don't feel like.
Even on recovery defense, I trust Robert Williams' agility to get back to the paint as long as he's not guarding Jason Tatum on the switch. I mean, my fault. As long as he's not guarding Jimmy Butler on the switch, or one of their shooters, because Jimmy Butler's cutting potential, and then of course, I don't want you to help off of Duncan off in this series. The other shooters actually aren't even that much of a threat this series.
You haven't been watching week on two.
I haven't been watching.
Duncan was not been playing. Besides like Game 3, I think that's the only time I've seen.
It's been Max Strus, right?
Yeah,
but he's been very inconsistent, even shooting wise, right?
Yeah, after Game 3, he's playing like shit.
Like 0 for 12 or something. It was hilarious.
He was solid last game, but before that he was dog shit.
That's what I'm saying. The only shooter in this series that, granted, I know he hasn't been playing much, but if he is playing in this series, I don't want you to help off of Duncan Robinson.
Yo, if they had Duncan Robinson though.
But Duncan Robinson.
And actually, I lied. He's shooting horrible. He's shooting 29%.
No. The 2020 Duncan Robinson. Let me rephrase.
Game 5 Duncan Robinson.
I'm just saying you don't want the shoes to get loose.
Yo, imagine if they had Strus and Duncan, and both of them were actually shooting well, bro.
I guess it's Gabe Vincent.
Oh my
Who's playing
God,
defense?
that would be marvelous.
Who's playing defense? Right?
Jimmy James, Earl, Carter, Butler, nigga. That's
they sure as hell aren't.
Hey,
they don't need to play defense. You know why? You know why, Flair?
All that shooting just to get shot on, crazy.
You don't know when Duncan Robinson got his extension? Was that last year?
It was
last year. It was this year. I'm thinking
like this past off.
No, when did he sign it? Not when it went into effect. I lied. He signed it at the beginning, right before this season. My fault, Flair.
Damn, nigga, let me look it up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have the Heat making the finals. I don't believe in them. I only know one orphan that's good. And he's not even an orphan.
All right, bro.
And he's not even an orphan. He's just a fatherless child. Keep it in the beat. He's just a fatherless child. That's it.
Are you talking about Batman?
So
I'm talking about the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Talking about King James. Talking about that man.
That's crazy.
The kid from
What do you
Africa.
think I was talking about?
Batman.
I don't know. Simba?
No, we ain't talking about Batman. We talking about
Dick Grayson, maybe.
I said he's a fatherless child, not an orphan. He's a fatherless child. But yeah, I don't believe in Jimmy. Jimmy shows up twice, 3 times a series, then he disappears and just plays defense for the other half. That shit wouldn't work.
But I feel like in this series, he's been injured. In this series, he's been.
Yeah,
he's been injured, and he's still been like at best, at worst, the second best player in this series.
I feel like that goes to show you how trash this team.
Hey,
Oh
second best
my
is just first to
God.
lose.
I mean,
Second best is
he's
just
beating
first to lose.
second best. Who he's beating to be second best? Fucking Kyle Lowry and
No, I'm saying
Matt
in the
Truss?
series. I'm saying in the series.
I don't think that's true.
You think
Well,
Jaylen
in the
Brown has
series,
been better
I
than
think-
Jimmy Butler?
Overall in this series,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, because he had
No,
like
Nick.
way.
I don't think about Jaylen Brown over Jimmy Butler.
That just
I'm
blew.
saying when he's been injured in those games where he was injured and he looked clear, he was worse than Jaylen Brown. When he was having 8 and 6 and 2 turnovers, yes, he's been worse than.
Yes.
Hey,
When he
Ace.
was averaging single-digit points, he was clearly
Hey,
worse than
Ace,
Jaylen
when
Brown.
we get
I
him
don't
on
think Jaylen Brown is better than Jimmy Butler when he's in when Jimmy is in his scoring mode, like when he's aggressive and attacking. Jaylen Brown is not better than Jimmy Butler.
We
No,
know
we're
that.
talking about in
I
this
was saying when
series.
he's injured.
Yeah, I
Why
know.
does he have to be in
playmaker,
a scoring mode?
But here's the
Why
thing.
does he have to be in a scoring mode?
Doesn't got that dog
He
in him.
only
in that
played
mode
like
every
that.
game.
He only played
He
like
come out in
that
that mode
in
every
2 games, right? Only in 2
2 to 3
games.
games a series, he comes out trying to kill niggas on the game.
But I'm saying
Other
like,
half, he just play defense.
but I'm saying when he's in the scoring mode, his defense is still the same, and it only improves his playmaking. It only opens up lanes for him to be a better playmaker, and get his teammates involved. So, and Jaylen Brown,
But
he
those
can play make.
Those teammates need to do things though.
Yeah, and he had 8 assists in Game
Do
6,
they?
right? Or 9 assists, 8 assists. I don't really know, but he was playmaking a lot in Game 6. He was hitting his open teammates. So
8 assists. Yeah.
How many
Creating-
turnovers? How many turnovers? Yeah.
Are we basically saying that this Game 7 comes down to Jimmy Butler?
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Jason
Yeah.
Tatum. I want to.
Wait.
Jason-
If
He had
Jimmy
8 assists and 1
wait,
turnover.
hold on.
One turnover.
If Jimmy shows up, that'd be cool. But what if Jason Tatum just decides to show up?
That is a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like,
Because
I
last
if
had
game
him
Jason,
Jason
picking
was
up
very
the joint
fast.
today.
yeah, if Jason Tatum just wakes up and decides, you know what, man,
Yeah, let's finish this.
50. You know, like what?
You'd be like,
I don't see it in him right now.
No,
I don't either flare.
Has
but
he
that's the
done that
dangerous
this playoffs? Or am I
Because
tripping?
do y'all
Not this
remember
playoff.
the last time he was in an elimination game on the road?
No.
No.
Game 6
No, I
versus the
don't.
Bucks. Man dropped 46, down 3-2
Oh yeah.
in Milwaukee.
True. I am tripping.
I forgot about
He
that.
did
Yeah,
it
so
last
that's
series.
what I'm saying. He could just go,
And-
you know what, man, it's 50.
50.
But you know
He
what? Jimmy Butler literally just did that the game before.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I feel like the Heat just has like stat boots against the Celtics. I don't know. I feel
Yo,
like they just.
Bro, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm sorry. I'll be honest with you. Whenever my team's not involved, I just want to see the best basketball possible.
Me too, bro. Me too.
Oh,
That's
God.
why I want Celtics versus Warriors, bro.
No. But can you fucking imagine if Jimmy and Jason just go at it, bro? I'm talking 50-50 battle.
Freak out.
Whoever
50-50
shows
battle.
up in
Jalen
this Game
Brown.
7, I think we can comfortably say, based off of this conversation, whoever shows up in this Game 7, I'm not saying it's the better player, but in this series, they had the better series, and honestly, they'll be worn out in the finals. No cap, because this is the
No
second
cap.
for
No
Tatum.
kidding.
This is the second straight Game
Game
7
7.
series. And he's also had the hardest road to the finals, just the Celtics in general. It took work for them to sweep the Nets. It took work for them to beat the Bucks. It's taken work for them to get past Jimmy. And then
All
for
right.
Jimmy,
I don't think the Nets and shit.
This could be
to sweep the Nets, it took work.
Yeah,
This
'cause
could
all
be
those
one
games-
of the-
all those games were close.
This could be one of the better
That is
like
true.
playoff runs we've seen in like recent history.
Yo, dude, if Jason somehow Sage said it on the Let's Keep It a Buck channel, if he gets this ring, bro, oof.
Yeah,
Bruh. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Indeed.
I think we all know the Warriors are going to win.
Like
Yeah, I probably
his
agree with
hold
that.
on.
his
As Jason Tatum
Just
his
in case
him
Jason,
status his him status would be in question. Like
This
it
is
would
my
be like,
real
damn,
so
that's
so
him.
Jason Tatum had to go through all those hoops from having to sweep the Nets, having to go to 2 straight game sevens, and then getting to past the Warriors. Jesus Christ,
That would be one of
that's
the
gonna be
better
marvelous.
rings,
bruh.
like in the past 20
I have
years.
That'll
probably
be on
Yeah,
some
bro,
like
yeah, it's
2019
worth playing
Kawhi
him
shit,
too.
in my opinion.
I have the most contradicting statement to all of you because I know
Go ahead.
all of y'all are gonna say it will
This
happen.
nigga wants to zig when
I
everybody's
still
sad.
don't think Steph Curry wins Finals MVP. I don't see it happening.
Even if the
Why?
Warriors win,
Hey, you know, wait. Don't entertain it. Hey, Flair, you know what's crazy? In our scenario, neither does he anyway. So why'd you have to be a dick?
Jordan Poole will win Finals MVP this year.
Jordan Poole is not winning Finals MVP. I don't. I
No,
can't.
no.
Jordan
Played enough
Loki,
minutes.
It's a
Loki, I
possibility.
want to have this conversation. I want to have this
Jordan Poole
conversation.
wins.
Why you
No
want to
matter-
have this conversation? Why the fuck?
Yeah.
No matter who they play, I see Jordan Poole really showing his value and how much he's improved upon this season and through this playoff run in the finals.
Well,
Makes sense.
I mean, I'll tell you what. If he does, I won't be mad. Like I said, man,
Wait.
I just want to see the best basketball I can possibly get. So honestly, in a perfect world, in my perfect world, everyone's dropping 50. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's my perfect world. I'm like, dude, I just like seeing people go off. I like seeing that shit.
Marcus
So
Smart
if
50
Jordan Poole-
bomb.
no cap.
I got-
No
Yo,
cap.
no cap. Yo, no bullshit.
Marcus,
If Marcus Smart goes out and drops, I would say even 40.
I'm turning
I'll
the
be in
TV
this.
off.
I'll be in this bitch saying like, "Yo, Marcus
Yeah.
Smart, yo,
Turn that case
yo,
to Marcus
no
Smart.
Marcus
I'm
Smart."
turning the TV off. I'm breaking
I'll
my
be-
TV
I'll be like-
if Marcus Smart
Hey.
drops more than 30 points.
Hey.
yo,
I got
Smart-
Marcus Smart getting slandered on Twitter after this.
Oh
year.
no,
Bro,
absolutely.
nah, bro.
I got
They
that.
go
I got
every-
I got
that.
him
Get it.
getting slandered.
I
Yeah.
have that more
Bro,
likely happening.
Wait,
But
if Marcus
hey,
Smart drops 40, I'm gonna be like, who? Who?
Oh wait,
I'm
the
breaking
game's
my
on
TV.
right now. Welcome to
hey,
Yeah, we know.
hey,
I
hey,
would lose
Jay,
my
hey,
mind.
Jay. No Marcus Smart.
That's crazy. But the game is on right now. I'm sure I know us up here we're watching in the background. So
I want to.
we'll get
Very
to the
true,
second
very
half
true,
of this pod. Real quick,
I can't watch and do this at the same
Hey.
time.
I'm about to say, yeah. I
Yeah.
would.
last
Is this the
basketball
Hunter
topic. though.
outfit?
Man, that's what
No, real quick. J. Cole, in his first basketball game with the Canadian Basketball League, shot
Get the
1 for
fuck
4.
4 for 4.
1 for 4.
1 for 4.
1 for
Oh.
4.
2 points.
And he didn't play defense. He did not play
he's
He
defense.
didn't play defense, or he didn't play defense.
He did not play defense.
He's 30.
We-
You didn't sign him to play defense.
He did not play
You
defense.
thought he was gonna come out and play defense?
He's
No.
pushing 40,
I
I think.
he just didn't like. He didn't play.
I don't know why.
Did you watch
everyone's
the game or
surprised
did
at
you watch
this.
highlights?
No. They even did like by highlights. This video even shows like all the possessions where he got scored on. So like
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Even
he
the
shot 1 for
highlights showing
4,
that
and
score.
it's a 3.5 minute video of his offensive and defensive highlights.
Once again, man,
So-
I don't know why people are surprised at this. The man is a 30-year-old rapper.
He's playing Canadians.
Yeah.
Okay.
First
What's
things
that mean?
first.
That's
What
not-
that mean? What that mean? What that mean?
What that mean?
He's playing a bunch of like I don't know,
Them
Dylan
niggas
Brooks.
ain't soft.
Dylan
What
Brooks.
do you mean?
Them niggas ain't soft. Like, I don't
Dylan Brooks
understand.
is
No, hold on,
crazy.
hold on. What do you mean by that, Cardiac?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
I'm racist. I don't know what to tell you. Moving on to the non-basketball section.
Jesus Christ.
I want to start
Oh,
off by
boy.
paying respects because it was made aware that we haven't done a pod since then. There was a shooting, one of many in this country, sadly, on Tuesday at a elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. It's about 5 hours from where I am, 2 hours from San Antonio. 14 school children in the same classroom were killed, including 2 teachers as well. I lied, not 14. I believe it was it 14 or 19? 19 children were shot in the same classroom.
More were hurt as well.
More were hurt. 2 teachers also passed. um, were murdered, not passed.
I think like 20 more were shot as well.
Yeah. Police did not enter the premises until 47 minutes after children had started calling their parents, and also cops arrived on the scene. They waited 47 minutes outside of the building. Um, Things need to change. I don't know if we want to come up with those things today, but I do want to make everyone aware of that if you did not know. Um, I don't want to show the face. I don't want to mention the name of the murderer, mass murderer, the deranged killer of these children, of these innocent people. Um, but things in this country need to change because there have been over 200 school shootings within the calendar year of 2022. I just
It's closer
graduated.
to 300 too.
Yeah, it's like upwards of 200, 288, I think is the exact number. I just graduated, which means that I've only been through half of a school year, which is just one semester. So far, so in one semester, almost 300 school shootings in this country, is absolutely ridiculous. Uh, Anyone, I mean, we're just paying respects or want to say,
I would I would prefer we just
We just,
at least
we just pay respects. I don't know.
okay,
I
because
It's
don't want to say
unnecessary. Just
I don't want to say what I gotta say because it might be a little bit against the grain. So I'm gonna just save it for Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'll let you know the Twitter after we finish all of this. Well,
there's
go
no
ahead,
way
Cardiac.
this
Go
I
ahead.
man can
appreciate that,
Jesus
Dick Flair.
Jesus
Christ,
these
Christ,
seconds to
Flair,
come
Jesus
back.
no.
Christ.
Oh my God.
For real though, I
Doing.
appreciate that, Dick Flair.
Um,
But yeah,
all I'm gonna say is, like 14. Was it 14 kids
19. I
or
apologize.
19?
19 were
Nine.
killed, more were about 20 more were injured.
Yeah. The it's unacceptable. Like that. That's even a thing. People have to worry about that. Um,
Agree to that.
all I'm gonna say is enough is enough, bro. Like I've seen way too many of these things happen, not only to just schools, but just uh like concerts, clubs, Walmarts, grocery stores. Like there's way too many of this shit happening. And you know what? I'm tired of the excuses. Like I'm tired of the same old tired arguments. Like get something done. Something needs to be done.
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. As a resident of Texas, um, gun laws in this state are some of the most extreme, if not, they are the most extreme.
Open carry.
Uh,
You can
Without a
you can
license.
you can purchase a
Uh,
gun at 18. Don't have to have a permit on you.
Purchase a gun, purchase an assault weapon at the age of 18, which is what this mass murderer did on his 18th birthday.
You
Um,
know, I'll preface
I
I'll
remember.
preface my statements by saying this.
Literally
I
on the 18th.
I'm for I'm for the idea of just concealing and carrying just to protect yourself and your family. I'm all for that. I think that's totally fine. That's fine with me. You have every right to do that. But you should only be able to do that with handguns and maybe a shotgun for the house. You do not need an AR-15. You do not need an AK-47. You do not need a goddamn Call of Duty class weapon, bro. You don't need none of that shit. It's like, bro, that's like, it's literally, if it's a gun that can literally take out like multiple people, like a crowd full of people, you do not need that shit, bro. Like, I don't understand
And if I'm,
the need for it.
it's not like these guns are hard to get. Like, isn't the NRG Stadium having like a gun show not too long ago? Or like,
No,
it was,
it was canceled. It was canceled.
well, yeah, it was having. They were having a gun
It
show.
was gonna
You
happen
could
though,
probably
very much.
easily attain that. You could
Yeah,
probably obtain one from
they
there.
were still
You
going
can.
to have it. They were still going to until the backlash.
and I believe the
Yeah.
NRA meetings still happen, in which they have an array of guns just available free of purchase as well. So
No,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. And the crazy thing is like Americans, well, people like I'm from North Carolina, so like people over here we have a law called the Stand Your Ground law, where you pretty much somebody breaks in your house, you they like I have if somebody breaks into my house, I have every right to shoot and kill them, and I will not be charged.
Yeah.
But if
Mhm.
if pretty much like if that doesn't apply in other states, and the thing is that's a case where if I were caught into it, I would probably get self defense 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you going with that?
Yeah. It's just condolences type shit. Pay respect.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
R.I.P.
it's just like it's different.
Where were you going with that?
I think where I was going with that was like the gun law, like the gun laws in North Carolina aren't as strict as they're not as strict compared to like New York or compared to California.
Okay.
Like,
Honestly,
like
the the gun laws are an issue, but honestly, the biggest issue that I found were the police's behavior in that situation.
yeah,
I don't know if y'all were made aware of this, but a lot of the police were holding other parents back so
Uh,
they couldn't get their
yeah.
children. I've seen some cases, some reports. I don't know if they're verified. I've seen some
Um,
reports that the cops went to go get their own children, but
I
left
seen
all
that
the
too.
rest.
I seen that this woman, they waited the cops waited 47 minutes, like cardiac said, to get before they went to school. So what this woman did was she just ran past the cops, went to the school, got children, but at the end she got arrested for going in there to get her kids, which is crazy to me. Cause
Yeah, for an active investigation scene, right?
yeah,
There.
did they arrest her before they even got to the shooter?
yeah,
Wow,
I heard that story where
I
like
didn't even know
the
that.
people who found out their kids were dead all had to find out in the same room.
Yes.
Like they actually told them.
I found out that
Yeah.
this EMT that was involving like one of the kids said
Yeah,
like his daughter's name, and that's how he found out his daughter was killed.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um. uh,
these are all fuck situations. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I was just gonna say
Yeah.
my last point. Um, this is a fuck situation, and I would feel like, yes, gun control, and the the easy accessibility of these assault weapons do need to be addressed. But I feel the majority issue here was lives did have the potential to be saved, and they did nothing.
Whether it be police or whether it be the laws preventing things like this happening in general at all. Because, like some reporters that were speaking to Texas Senator Ted Cruz the other day said, this is a purely American issue. The freest country in the world. Some proclaim the greatest country. Ted Cruz himself said the safest country in the world is the only country with more than 10 school shootings. Is the only country with more than 50 mass shootings. Is the only country with these type of problems. Um, so use your rights, the ones that are given to you, the ones that are provided in the Constitution, such as voting, to make sure that you get the things that you wish for your politicians to do and that you want reflected in society. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Part of that change, a few years ago, it was decided that May, I believe, right, is where we represent and where we acknowledge Health Awareness Month. Let me make sure of that, and that's not June.
Us, man.
Yeah,
Let me make sure.
June's
Yeah,
Pride.
it's May. Yeah. Okay. So, um, in no way connected to the school shooting, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. On this podcast, I know myself, at the very least, has dealt with mental health issues over my life. I've been relatively open with that on this podcast, and of course, the other people on this pod. Um, just go down. You don't have to go in full depth of the things that you've experienced, but what is something that over the years has gotten you through the tough times, the dark times, and all of that, and something that you want to tell the people to just get through the caveat of things that we all have to deal with in life that may deter our mental health. That's just one thing.
Who?
Y'all ain't,
You want me to
y'all
start
ain't gonna
this off?
speak? Go
I think
ahead. Go
what
ahead.
I've gone first every time. I want someone else to go.
For me, it's just for me, whenever I'm like going through shit like that, I don't know. I'm just very like arrogant, so I'm just like I'm that nigga. So like whenever I get those suicidal thoughts, I'm just like, nigga, how you gonna kill the realest nigga you know? Like think about it. Like
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I feel
Type
that.
shit. Type
I
shit.
love you.
I think that was too
Self
That's just
confidence. Self confidence.
I like the approach.
I'll be the translator. I'll be the translator.
I like the approach.
You can't kill a real nigga.
That's crazy.
I ain't even gonna cap. When Dick Flair is feeling down, because I do be feeling down. Someone say I'm on soft. We ain't gonna talk about that. When Dick Flair is on soft, I just watch Space Jam. It gets my mood from here. You can't even see it. It's a picture. You can't see it. It gets me so happy watching Charles Barkley get fucked with again and again and again. It's such a good movie. Watch Space Jam if you haven't seen it. Hopefully you've seen it. But watch it if you haven't seen it.
Space Jam's a
He's so
horrible
serious.
movie. That makes
It
me
is.
depressed. Not better.
my
I'm
God.
not gonna lie to you.
Watch him now. Watch him now.
Ain't it?
The
That
bald
ain't it,
head
bro.
Menace is
That ain't
really in his prime during that movie.
Wasn't he retired during that movie?
Yep.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Niggas wanna talk about
Don't
Space
give him
Jam.
time to come
He
back.
pulled
Don't give
off
him
the
time to come back. I'm gonna disable this video. Somebody go.
Alright.
Somebody else go.
All right,
Man, I
for
just
me,
killed my video.
Oh, Jay, you want to go?
Why
Yeah,
is it
but
under your bed?
for me, for real, I know I'll be down. Like, I always think I'm down, but shit can always be worse. Like, I could be going through, like, I be feeling like I could be going through it, and I just be like, oh, it could be worse. And then I just feel better. I'm like, yeah, it could be worse. Could be down on my luck. I could be down and out. I'm just like, it could be worse. And I just mess up the strength somehow.
Shit, I wish it was that easy, bro.
It's not that easy because I still be feeling like shit after. But hey, this is what it is.
It's a way. It's a way.
I think one thing that works for me is just to remind myself, like, this is all temporary. This is all temporary. Like, this is a temporary feeling. Just don't act on anything. Like, try and, like, either get my mind off it or try and, like, tell myself something that's going to make me feel better in the moment. And, maybe that's not going to work for everybody, but, at least just trying it will work out,
Sure.
No, I feel, man. In this situation, I was gonna say, in this situation,
Very insightful.
And what I usually do, because there's a lot of things in this scenario that I've done. I mean, sometimes I smoke, sometimes I talk to people, but majority answer is I talk to people, or actually mostly I make jokes. Even if it's a terrible joke, I'm trying to make a joke so bad that it's funny.
Oh shit.
So, like I could be in my deepest, darkest depression, and then I would say, you know what though? I could be bald like Lindsay Lohan, or some shit like that.
Wow.
Just like it's terrible, but it's like, I really could be though.
That is the sad reality of Lindsay Lohan's life. By the way, probably not the time. The Celtics are up 20-9. For me,
look who's going to the final.
Definitely not the time. Definitely not the time.
Cardiac, what the
Cardiac,
what the hell? You niggas have
Come on.
bubble
it's
tea.
my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. I can say what I want.
In my teeth.
Al Horford. Wow.
What's it called? In all honesty, most of the time, I actually just like push myself to just like, you know what? Even if you are depressed, be productive. But the more healthier way of doing that, which I also do, It's called compartmentalizing, I think. Which is basically just like going into your head and saying, this thing, this thing, like, even though, okay, you got a C on the test, cool. Oh, even though, yeah, your mom's mad at you right now. Okay, even though, it can be as simple as, oh man, I said a joke and nobody laughed. That's crazy. Um, like,
Yes.
just going into your head and being like, okay, what is the level of importance of these things? And it's about like it stems from like just having your priorities straight. Whatever's important to you is always going to be important to you, but the things that aren't, don't let it put you down for long. Building off of what Playmaker was saying, essentially you can't care about everything. And depending on how much care or how much importance things have, uh, based on that, if you compartmentalize and in your head are always okay, reassessing different situations of levels of importance, levels of care, levels of just how much you've invested into that, the next time you won't get as down about it because it won't mean as much to you. Now, if it always is that thing that means something to you, then take what they said, and find it for yourself. Mental health, there is no one size fits all. There's no one pill that goes to everybody. There's no cure. There's also no disease. There are just things that people deal with, and people have to deal with it differently depending on person to person. Just want to take this time to recognize that within our society, as it's something that happens every year, Mental Health Awareness Month. We want to make sure that we do our part to recognize that, and also recognize things that are spreading within our society, such as monkeypox. That is making its way around our beautiful country of America.
I don't know nothing about this.
Why is everyone mad when I make a transition? What is wrong with my transition?
No, he wasn't mad at the transition. He just didn't know what monkeypox was, I think.
No, I'm saying Flair and Jay. What are we doing? Come on.
This is not really.
It's the wrong topic.
This isn't something you really transition out of. You're just like, okay, we're done talking about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
Monkeypox. The monkeypox outbreak has just reached 257 confirmed cases worldwide. The World Health Organization says it poses a moderate risk to global public health compared to COVID-19, which at this point, which is like a month into its diagnosis, it was at a very high risk. Monkeypox, similar to smallpox, chickenpox, giraffe pox. It shows up on the body. It's it shows up on the body in forms of
chickenpox.
Yeah. But I mean it's similar. Is anybody worried? I don't know. Someone put this on.
I'm not a monkey, nigga.
Nigga, I do not care. I'm not threatened.
Are y'all?
Call me a monkey in 400 years.
It may be important, but I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not informed on it.
Yeah, Carday. How
let me
about I
ask
ask you? How about I ask you?
What?
How you feel about this, Mike? Yeah, how you feel? You?
I mean, hopefully I don't get it. I've never had. Hello, blur, non-blur.
Speak, nigga, speak.
There we go. It was blurry. I've never gotten anything close to like this. I know some people got the measles. Some people got like smallpox, big pox, chicken pox, black pox. But I've never had anything like that. The only question I have, which is more relevant, I guess, could you all at this point do another quarantine?
No.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow.
I don't do
Why?
shit. I don't do shit anyway.
I ain't gonna cap. I don't like niggas anyway. Stay away from me. Niggas don't even wash their hands, dog. Stay away from me.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas don't wash their hands or wipe their ass.
So
Like,
how couldn't y'all do another quarantine?
I'd be fine.
I can't do it, bro. My life has been on hold way too long because of fucking COVID.
It's gonna stay on hold. God damn it, nigga! You can go.
No.
The hoes need us.
Nigga, you better box.
I've been told by sources. I don't know if this is true or not. I doubt it is because that source is pastor. That it's transmitted from sex.
Yes. The first cases were originated back to gay men having unprotected sex.
Oh, well, there you go.
Cardiac, they called us. Fuck.
So it's like, never mind. I'm not even gonna. We're trying to get rid of that stick.
Talk about it, dog.
Yeah, it's taking everything.
We're trying to get rid of that stick.
They got
Cardiac. This means that me and you are pretty much immune to this shit.
Type shit. Yeah.
Type shit.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
All right, Mr. Pussy. So
I'm saying the opposite. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm worried about catching something else.
Wouldn't the immunity mean that you
Okay, so it's not. Okay, here we go. It's not specifically sex, but it's through close contact with the pimple type shits, body fluids, or if they cough, and
Cover your mouth.
Blow
yo, you know people that get it, they're gonna be doing the the iPad kid cough, the
just nasty.
Tongue out.
You gotta punch a nigga in the face. You gotta swing on him.
Wait, so like, wait, so like,
on your face could guarantee side effects.
Super wet cough too.
Hey
You know
yo.
what it is?
hey yo.
Did I stutter?
It sounded like you said super wet.
Super wet cough.
Why you over there?
Why'd you get close? All right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Back up.
I wouldn't mind another like quarantine because the last time
you wouldn't, you fucking hermit.
But here's the thing, like that gave me time to like watch One Piece and catch up on that. But like I guess this time I would just like read all of like
what about the hoes?
Hunter x Hunter.
I still wouldn't watch that shit. I still wouldn't watch it.
But it's coming like Hunter x Hunter's coming back though. Like they just
Who you gonna take
Tagashi.
to Aquaman movie?
Yo, hold on. Hey, shut the fuck up. What's it called? That was a smooth transition. Wow. I don't know how to. Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
I've been great this pod. I've been on a roll. W's in chat for me for the. I don't know. Who's still
Fuck
in
you.
there.
Make the transition.
All yeah, if there was a second quarantine, like I would probably just be, yeah, I'm holding the bod back. If there was a second quarantine,
Literally, this case.
I would probably, you know what I'm saying, focus a lot more on YouTube and growing this podcast.
Showers?
You feel me? Who said shower?
I feel it.
Yo, whoever said that, bro, fuck you.
Nah, that's
crazy. You focus on brushing your teeth. Brush your fucking teeth, dog.
Yo.
This nigga did say brush.
He said showers. That's funny as fuck.
Just personal hygiene.
Nah, that's crazy. But
anyway, segue.
Bro, when we had
he tried making the segue, you fucking killed it.
I had to bring it back real quick. You know,
no, you
I
didn't.
didn't answer.
Look.
Everybody answered the question, but me, bro.
Look, we're nerds here. We're nerds here, right?
The first
Tagashi
anyway.
Tagashi broke Twitter by just like saying that Hunter x Hunter is coming back. Does anyone in here care about Hunter x Hunter?
Not really.
I do.
I haven't finished it.
There go Flair being a contrarian again.
Do you read?
I don't watch anime. I don't watch
read the manga.
Zigs and everybody's eggs.
Wait, actually, Flair, why don't you watch anime?
I just don't. The last anime I watched was Dragon Ball Z Super. That's the last anime I watched. After that, I was like, I'm cool off this shit, dog. It's cool.
You give up there?
Super was just bad. Yeah.
I can see that y'all had y'all little Kendrick Lamar wait time for your anime. I respect it. You stayed loyal. You stayed down. I congratulate y'all. Y'all have fun watching Gone still be a fatherless child. Y'all have fun with that.
You know what's crazy? His father is in his life. He's just a dickhead.
He made his
He set
What's
off
it?
on a journey
all
for
the
like
time.
what? How long is the Hunter x Hunter anime?
It
Like
was
in
like
real
a
time?
year.
Like a
It was
year?
like a year or two.
He set off for a year to find his dad after
Actually,
like 13
no,
years.
because it was 1 year because he passed the exam, but Killua failed. Killua had to take it again, but in the middle of that, 2 years, bare minimum.
I hit me a friends with a dummy. That's crazy.
Ew.
Friends with a
Murderer.
dummy is
It's
wild.
not that he was a dummy. He killed someone and got disqualified.
Yeah.
So this nigga's a failure. Crazy.
All right,
God,
bro.
yeah.
All right.
All right,
Speaking
but
of
yeah, Hunter x
speaking of
Hunter
failures, a black man with
About to do a
33
double
children
transition?
from multiple baby mamas
You
shows
know
them
what?
on
Hey,
social media.
let's end off that, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, let's end off that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap. I skimmed through that little article.
Position.
Sound like my idol. He said it himself.
In the pod,
I
in the
don't
pod,
feel
in the
loud.
pod
Hey,
now.
end it
I
now.
don't
End it
feel
now.
loud.
End it now.
He said it himself. I
End
don't
it
feel
now.
loud.
So wait, mute this nigga.
This is crazy.
I'm tired.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear
Goodbye.
What?
Nah, frames was dropping like crazy. Y'all sounded like
Cause
Decepticons.
yo, cardiac, you're getting all the signs, bro.
Hey, we're still rolling. We're still rolling.
Well, I
Yo.
said an hour pod.
We're
I went
almost 2
dirty.
hours in, bro.
Yeah, we're 142 in right now. Clock is ticking.
What they
But,
doing?
but yeah, that's selfish. No cap. Having 33 kids.
Selfish.
Yeah, no shit.
That's really
Fuck
selfish.
you had 33 kids.
Wait, did it say
Nigga,
he
what?
abandoned
Was
them?
all
He wants to live a legacy. What are you talking about?
Being a-
Cardiac.
How
Wait,
can
is
you
he a
not abandon
deadbeat?
them?
Is he a
How
deadbeat
can
or
you
taking
not
care of these
abandon them?
kids?
And they all the same age too, for real.
Yo, can you answer the fucking question?
I didn't hear the
Pussy.
question.
Did he abandon them?
Niggas mad he getting pussy?
I don't know.
Like, did he?
In the pod, please. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Please,
What are we
let me hear this
doing,
nigga
dog?
I mean,
Now, listen to what?
they're all between the ages of like just born and like 10.
Y'all mad he getting bitches. Crazy.
Yo. You know
Real
what's
quick,
crazy, Flair? You know what's crazy?
how can
You
they
were
do it all
talking.
of their
Wait,
lives?
hold on. And you man go creating fatherless children, bro.
No, he's not. He's around his kids. It
He
never
can't
says
be
it all.
around all 33 of them, my nigga. I don't think.
From multiple
you
women.
have
He
to-
can't. He literally
Hey,
cannot.
hey. How you know he's not in all his kids' lives? How you know?
Because he's also a truck driver. He's a truck driver, and he's. How can he be 24 hours in a day? How are you in there all the time?
He
I was like,
okay,
math
nigga,
is not-
he ain't in their lives all the fucking time. But he show up. He be there.
He show
He did.
up. All right.
He
Nah, I'm
So-
ending it. I'm ending it on
He
that.
don't be there. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
So
Let's
they're
do
only
options.
gonna have
Options.
partial daddy issues.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was there. He was there. He was present, but he was there.
They only gonna have half an issue.
Yeah, and apparently there were 9 children missing in the photo shoot that he took with them as well.
Yeah.
Well, he only
Hold
had
on, time
23 or 20.
out. Those kids sound like they don't fuck with him. That's all I'm hearing. Those kids sound like they don't fuck with him.
Nigga.
This has been the Loud and Wrong podcast. Links
Yo.
will be in the description to everybody's individual journeys,
We're loud
and-
and we're wrong.
platforms.
Cardiac, let me plug this real quick. Hey, bro. Hey.
He just said he was gonna put the link in there.
Hey, go
Follow-
to the Loud and Wrong Discord, bro.
Facts.
Link that shit
Yes.
in the description.
Hey. What I said earlier.
Decepticon. This has been the Loud and Wrong
Follow my-
podcast. We will
Follow
catch
my
up.
Twitter, twitter.com/.
Without daughter.